Hey yo, Little Man, what's going on everyone? Nick here from Little Man YGO, back at again with another video, and we have the second place deck profile for the PS5 tournament. What did you do? What did you accomplish?
Well, I'm running on absolutely no sleep. Being Amaryllis mirror match in the final, Nick ended up beating me due to a crazy finish with what was it again?
It's volcanic counter, crazy.
Volcanic counter with you decked yourself with Fiend Comedian and then ran into me with volcanic counter.
Yeah.
Through with like a plague.
With a plague
and a card trooper.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It was like enough to take the game, which it was such a close matchup. But you know, it was insane to have like an Amaryllis mirror match in the finals itself. But your list is really spicy, so I needed to get this for the channel. So please just go through your list real quickly, explain some of the uncommon choices, and explain how they've done today. Yeah.
All right. So basically, this is really standard stuff. We got Titanium. We got
Turn around cards around. Yeah.
we got 3 Amaryllis.
Nice.
We got 2 Lone Fire.
Perfect.
We got 2 Dandelion. All this is standard stuff. Honestly, if you run any different ratios, it's wrong. We got
Also, no other plants either.
no other plants.
No other plants.
Yeah.
Cool.
We've got 3 Raikou. 2 Lila. The Lightsworn Engine is very important for just like clearing up space, just getting Titanium through, sucking up Bottomless, and as well as milling. Standard Card Trooper.
Nice.
Plague, Necro Gardener.
Nice.
And one of my personal favorite cards in the deck, we've got Debris Dragon.
Nice. Tell me about this. Tell me how Debris Dragon was for you today and how you got this card. Yeah.
So basically with Debris, a 1-card Black Rose with, look how many targets we have. We've got Lone Fire, we've got Dandelion,
Right.
we've got Raikou, but that's for Iron Chain. We've got Card Trooper. All of these are absolutely insane. You nuke the board for 1 card, you get to mill 3, or you get 2 tokens afterwards for defense. It's insane. And then afterwards, you could still be special summoning with Hidden Armory, getting... no, sorry, not Hidden Armory. If you already have DDR, you
Right.
then get a Titanium in for free.
Awesome.
On top of that, if you have a token left over, you could even make Stardust Dragon, which Stardust Dragon combined with Titanium
So good, yeah.
is
The game is over.
That's game over because the cards that take out Titanium would be Torrential Tribute,
Yeah, Mass
Mirror
Destruction,
Force,
yeah.
like mass destructive non-targeting cards, and Stardust handles that. So, and Stardust weakness is things that would target it that don't destroy, like
Right.
Blast, etc., which Titanium handles. So it's sort of like a soft block, and
Yes.
other cards that I decided to play is Morphing Jar, which this was just a blowout. Any game that I resolved this,
Right.
I won.
Yeah, me too.
I won.
Me too.
It's insane, especially in this deck because
You draw your level 8 boys, and then you just have that, and you're fine.
yeah. So an uncommon choice I also used was Gores. I actually had this deck cut from my deck for a long time, like
Yeah.
months and months, and I actually put it in this morning. The reason being is in a lot of my games when I was testing, a lot of people wouldn't really fear Gores anymore, and would just go in. And on top of that, this deck, it gives it an additional defense when you can't normal summon because you use Hidden Armory.
Right.
You know, even though generally I try to use that turn as a surprise factor, but yeah. So that's it for the monsters. Then we've got standard 3 Hidden Armory, 3 Trade-In.
Very nice.
We got DDR, Mark of the Rose, Heavy Storm, Charge, Foolish Burial. All these really standard, and honestly, every Amaryllis build should run these.
Interesting. You have I don't see MST in the main deck, or I also do not see like Brain Control in the main deck. Well, you decide not to play those cards either?
Yeah, I didn't.
Okay.
I felt like space is tight enough.
Yeah.
And
how many cards are in your deck?
40.
40. Okay, it's a clean 40.
I felt like Brain Control, even though it's a busted card,
Yeah.
it's a little redundant with Mark of the Rose, where I've got a searchable Brain Control.
Right.
You know.
That's fair.
And then there are some matchups where Brain Control isn't even that great.
Right.
In order to break through a board. Like, so then to these traps, I've got 2 Phoenix Wing Wind Blast,
Very cool.
2 Bottomless.
Bottomless, nice.
Torrential. So in terms of Bottomless, I really appreciate it in this deck because it kills the mirror match, but
Right.
also this deck struggles with Black Wings.
Right.
And this helps a lot to, banish their Shura so they don't resolve a Whirlwind, or it just gives it some more defense. We've got Torrential, Mirror Force, and then Trap Dust Shoot.
Very cool.
And
Awesome.
That's it.
Awesome. And then the side.
Sideboard.
Yeah, we can just move this over here.
2 DD Crow.
Very
Card
cool.
is insane. Generally, I went very hard on the graveyard hate. I had 2 Soul Release, 2 DD Crow.
Very cool.
There were even games that with Soul Release, I banished 4 of the opponent's cards, and then my Stardust Dragon Engrave,
Right.
and then ended up reincarnating it back.
That's very cool. I do like this card a lot because it does help you out on your end. Obviously, I prefer the Fiend Comedians, even though they're a little bit more high rolly. But this is still a solid plan. I do really like how, and I was even watching your games, how you were banishing your own stuff too, and just taking so much advantage of your own pool of cards for the most part. Yeah.
I mean, Fiend Comedian, it is a crazy card, but I mean, for example, our game, it ended up going down to a coin flip.
It did go down to a coin flip. Yeah.
So another card I decided to run. I didn't end up using it today, but Mind Crush.
Right.
I figured that you could call Kalute. You could call really just
Right.
for honest or just certain cards that end up giving the deck trouble.
Very cool.
Aaron, basically. For the mirror match, since I know I'm going to play against Nick, I was thinking about using
This
Grand
card's so strong. We started the same card. Yeah.
Yeah.
Aaron was crazy.
Yeah. And also, I figured in case I went up against zombies or just something that sets recruiters, maybe fairies, it could come up.
Right.
And, just because it's searchable.
Right.
I was like, sure. MST, just for certain matchups that I need more.
Right. If it's not on the main, it's on the side. Yeah.
Skill Drain.
Yep.
This is also something that I actually cited in quite a bit over this tournament. Basically, it shuts down frogs. I was always banishing all their stuff.
Yeah, it's a really strong card. It just sucks off dupe block, and you can just be aggressive with it.
Yeah.
The card is very nice. Yeah.
And Titanial still works under it, even though you'd have to tribute Titanial, which sucks. But yeah. So then I also have Royal Decree.
Yeah, that's such a nice card.
This card is busted.
So important today because we played Chamber against Chamber today. Yeah, Chamber top 4 today, and this is the reason why they didn't win. So.
And then I've got Cyber Dragon. This card for the Machina matchup.
Yeah.
It helps so much.
So good.
Sucked up a Fortress. And it's
so
just
good.
so free.
Yeah, it's so free.
This is also a card I was trying out. My Body has a Shield.
Right.
Basically, if I'm going for a push, it could stop a Mirror Force. It could stop a Bottomless Trap Hole.
Yeah.
And lastly was Starlight Road. In case I went up against Light Sworns for JD, or if I went up against just anything that, for example, Black Wings with Icarus Attack.
For sure.
And
awesome. And then you can just fan out the extra deck. The extra deck I know is
so the extra deck is really just standard
Yeah.
stuff. I mean, there's Iron Chain, which is different because of
Yeah,
just
Debris
having a
dude,
level
Ryko.
6 target. But other than
And you got to
that,
fill your stuff also with
yeah.
like the Drill Warrior stuff. Well, not the Drill
I
Warrior
didn't
stuff.
use
Excuse me,
Drill Warrior,
the
but,
Dragon stuff. Yeah.
and then
AFD.
just AFD, which didn't really come that handy, but it was just a level 7 target
Right.
if I already used Black Rose.
Very nice.
And also Red Dragon Archfiend.
Nice card.
I didn't summon it this tournament, but it's just a level 8 beater I could go into with Debris Dragon.
Yeah, yeah.
And something that I've sometimes ended games on with is I would play Red Dragon Archfiend, I would deal some damage, then end phase, I would summon my Amaryllises, and then
And you run
this
Genki your
effect
board, yeah.
ends up destroying the Amaryllises. I burn them, and that burns them for game because it's a 3k beater plus, 800 for each Amaryllis. And then just resummon the Amaryllis in end phase.
Nice. So cool. Very cool, man. Any last words? Any shout outs you got?
Hey yo, little man.
Awesome. Well, congratulations on your place in second place, first place Amaryllis too. It's insane. Very insane tournament. Hope all of you guys have a great day. Peace. Have a great day.